Did you know that 90% of what you read today could be forgotten within 30 days? Imagine reading a whole book on investing, only to forget key strategies or important facts just a month later. Scary, right? But it doesn't have to be that way. In fact, some of the world's top investors, like Warren Buffett, have mastered ways to remember complex financial concepts and apply them effortlessly. And you can do it too. The best part? It's not about having a better brain, it's about using the right techniques to improve your memory. In this guide, we're going to show you exactly how to remember everything you read, especially when it comes to value investing. You'll learn how to store vital financial knowledge in your mind, so you can quickly recall it during critical moments. Want to know the secret? It's not magic, it's simple strategies backed by science. So, if you've ever wondered how successful investors keep all that info straight in their heads, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to transform your memory and take your investing game to the next level. Ready to remember everything you read? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Unlocking the Mind Vault. The value investor's secret weapon. When it comes to value investing, memory is everything. Imagine being able to recall a stock's key metrics or the valuation formula without even looking it up. Wouldn't that give you an edge? In the world of investing, the more you remember, the better your decision-making becomes. Warren Buffett once said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." But learning is only half the battle. Retaining and recalling that information when you need it is the real skill. Here's the good news: you can train your brain to do just that. It's not about memorizing everything, it's about focusing on what matters most. The key to mastering this? Developing the right memory techniques. By improving your memory, you're essentially creating a mental vault where all your best investment knowledge is stored. Once you get this right, you'll have a massive advantage when analyzing stocks, evaluating companies, or recalling past investment decisions. Just imagine. No more flipping through pages of reports for basic facts or rereading books to grasp the key takeaways. It's all right there, ready when you need it. Chapter 2. The Memory Muscle. Building strong recall for financial wisdom. Memory isn't something you're born with, it's something you can improve, just like building muscle at the gym. Think of your brain as a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it becomes. For value investors, this means training your mind to retain complex financial information. A study by the National Institutes of Health showed that mental exercises can boost memory retention by up to 30%. This is crucial when you need to remember long-term investing strategies, key metrics, or even individual stock histories. The more you exercise your memory, the easier it becomes to recall essential investing principles, such as the importance of a margin of safety or how to value a business based on discounted cash flow. One effective strategy is spaced repetition. By reviewing information at increasing intervals, you solidify it in your long-term memory. This method works so well that top investors, like Charlie Munger, use it to remember key insights from decades of reading. Chapter 3. Stories over numbers. Turning financial data into compelling narratives. Let's face it, raw numbers can be tough to remember. But here's a trick: turn them into stories. Financial data may look dry on paper, but when you frame it in a narrative, it becomes much easier to retain. Take Apple's history of innovation, for instance. You might struggle to remember Apple's P/E ratio or its exact earnings from 5 years ago, but you'll definitely recall how Steve Jobs turned the company around with the iPhone. The power of storytelling is proven. Research by the Harvard Business Review found that stories are 22 times more memorable than facts alone. When analyzing a stock, think of its journey, its challenges, and how it overcame them. Instead of memorizing a company's balance sheet, focus on its growth story. Did it reinvent itself during a recession? Did it innovate in a saturated market? This way, you turn raw data into a narrative that sticks in your mind. And when you recall that story, you'll automatically remember the key numbers tied to it. If you're enjoying these tips, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Chapter 4. Mind Mapping Mastery. Visualizing investments for instant recall. Mind mapping is another powerful tool in an investor's memory arsenal. By creating visual diagrams, you connect ideas and concepts in a way that's easy to remember. This is particularly useful when dealing with complex financial data or analyzing multiple companies. Visualizing your investment strategy, Whether it's mapping out a company's financial health, its competitive advantages, or market conditions, makes it far easier to retain that information. The mind map allows you to see the big picture at a glance and break it down into smaller, manageable sections. According to a study by Tony Buzan, mind maps can improve memory retention by 15% to 25%. When you're analyzing a stock, try mapping out the key areas: the company's revenue trends, its market position, and potential risks. Use colors, symbols, and branching to make it more memorable. Next time you're evaluating that stock, your brain will immediately access the map, making it easy to recall key details without digging through notes. Chapter 5. The 10-Minute Memory Mastery. Hacks to retain investment books in record time. Reading books is a great way to improve your investing knowledge, but let's be real, investing books can sometimes be dense and lengthy. That's where memory hacks come in. You don't need to memorize every page. Instead, focus on extracting the key ideas that will improve your investing strategy. One technique that works wonders is the chunking method, which involves grouping related information into chunks for easier recall. For example, when reading The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, instead of trying to remember every chapter, focus on the key takeaways, like the concept of intrinsic value or Mr. Market's behavior. You can also try speed reading techniques, like skimming for main ideas and then diving deeper into sections that interest you most. According to research from the University of Minnesota, skimming helps your brain focus on retaining important information while filtering out the fluff. Try spending just 10 minutes after each chapter summarizing the key points. In those 10 minutes, you'll reinforce the concepts and improve your recall, turning those pages into lasting knowledge. Chapter 6. Beyond the book. Applying what you've remembered to maximize returns. Remembering everything you read is only part of the equation. Application is where the magic happens. You can memorize all the metrics and formulas, but it's the practical use of that knowledge that will set you apart as a value investor. The ultimate test of your memory is how quickly and effectively you can apply what you've learned in real-world situations. Let's take the concept of intrinsic value, a core principle in value investing. When you're analyzing a stock, instead of just remembering how to calculate intrinsic value, apply it by comparing it to the current market price. Is the stock undervalued or overvalued? The faster you can apply concepts like this, the more successful you'll be. Research from Duke University shows that when we apply knowledge immediately after learning it, we retain it more effectively. So, take a moment to reflect on how you can use what you've memorized in your next investment decision. Whether it's analyzing financial statements, identifying undervalued stocks, or applying Buffett's principles, the more you practice, the more your memory and investment returns will grow. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more valuable content.